Okay, it's the real James O'Flannery. You can't see my face right now. I'm having a lot of issues. There's some confusion about the books on Amazon because it appears that they're only available as ebooks, but they're available as both ebooks and physical books. So you're going to go in here, search my name. So these two right here, they've been up there for years. I've revised both of them. They're at cheaper prices now. So you can do one of a few things. This one's only available, this version, but we can click on my name. And Amazon likes to mix different books together. So most of these books, and there's my latest book right there. Most of these books are available both ways. At least both ways, if not. So let's go here to the first one. So here's the first book. Cover's a little different. Go back and forth between, there's the paperback version, there's the hardback version, and you can go through Kindle. We'll go to the Kindle version, look inside, and you can read part of the book for free. I apologize, it's a little wonky, but you get colored pictures, which is cool. Let you read into, this is chapter 3, chapter 4. So you can get up to chapter 4 for free. If you have Kindle Unlimited, then you can just pay your monthly subscription. Here's what they call the buy box Kindle. It's basically free if you got the unlimited version, but you're paying a monthly fee. The ebooks, except for A Survey of Classical Mythology, have what they call the text to speech feature, so it can actually read you the books. Cheaper audiobook. Yeah, so it's kind of nice. This is a series, obviously. This is really cool because it shows you all of them together thus far, and this series will be growing. If you already have the Rising of the Moon Book 1 Changing Tides Part 1, you'll want to get the Rising of the Moon Book 1 Changing Tides Part 2. Let's go to this one. Okay, and we're going to go, and like I said, buy box. We're going to look inside. Amazon is notorious for like linking in books that they assume are very similar, whether it makes any sense or not. It's their business. I'm not going to tell them how to run their business, but I'd rather just keep my books just separate, but whatever. So this, you can read the free sample. So here's part 1. And it'll let you read, this is chapter 1. You can get through all of chapter 1, and then it stops. Let's go back to that series page. And we're going to go, we went through 1, let's go through Moon Book 1, Part 1, Moon Book 1, Part 2. So this one picks up where This one picks up where part one leaves off. Part one picks up right after where the Adventures of Richard McMurphy leaves off. So we got a new chapter 1. This is county hospital cross country meet, excuse me. And then the other one, that was McMurphy's senior classes. Now, if you want to save some money, because look at the buy box. If you get both part 1 and part 2, you're paying $20 for a hardcover copy. For each one, you're paying $15 for a paperback copy. But if you're like, I don't have either part 1 or part 2 yet, so what can you do for me is what you're thinking. You can click on my name again. Okay. And we're going to go this one. This is a combination of those last 2 books I showed you. And look, because if you don't have part 1 yet, this is a lot better deal. I mean, you're saving $10 if you go paperback. You're saving $15 if you go hardback. You're saving $25 if you go the ebook version, unless you get Kindle Unlimited. So this is separate from the series page, but yeah. And then you can go inside and take a look. And we got the table of contents here. So, front of the book material, table of contents for part 1. So there's all the part 1 chapters. There's all the part 2 chapters. And this, you get down to like, yeah, you're going to get down to like somewhere chapter 1 or chapter 2. This version of my history book on Martin Luther, William Tyndale, and James Ussher at this time is only available in ebook. If you want a paperback copy, scroll down here. $20 for a paperback, $3 unless you got Kindle Unlimited. So there's the Kindle version. Here's the paperback version. Yeah, that's a picture of the Christmas tree at the menagerie. But you can go inside. You can go inside this one. And read it. So there's the first chapter. At least part of it. See if you get to chapter 2. Nope. You get most of chapter 1. This is my latest book. I'm waiting for it to become a hardcover version as well. So this is the latest book. The American Civil War, a Christian nation divided over faith, politics, and race. And we're going to go inside. And my computer's being weird. But see how I told you there's like a dude in a suit, and since everybody's wearing a suit except for me and the African American soldiers, so here we are. I'll tell you who these people are. This is Reverend James Fowler Given, off here to the far left. He founded the Christian Union Church body. Right here is C.F.W. Walther, who was the first president of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. This is Henry Eyster Jacobs, my ancestor. All three of those men were pastors. Jacobs was a seminarian during the Civil War. Walther was seminary president. This is me, Abraham Lincoln, Robert E. Lee, a black Confederate. Yes, African Americans fought for the Confederacy. They also fought for the Union as well. Kind of obvious since the Union was all about freeing the slaves. So, but the Confederacy promised freedom to the African Americans who would fight for them. So, that wasn't an easy, that was something that Robert E. Lee pushed for, and he got a lot of pushback from it. So here's the sample. Like I said, the ebook version, I'm not sure if I said it in this one, but the ebook version is a little wonky. But yeah, you can get through all of chapter 1, get through part of chapter 2. Yep, but you can't finish chapter 2. There's Reverend Given. So we're going to go back here, click on my name. I'm going to show you my ancestors book that I also published. Where is it? There we go. So there's the buy box. Since this is a public domain book, you can't access it on Kindle. You just have to pay $3 for it. I would just, if I was you, I'd just pay $15 or $20 and get the physical version. This one, you don't even get into Jacob's whole text. You get his preface, or preface, excuse me. Then you get my introduction. Well, most part of my introduction. And if we switch this to the hardcover version, you'll notice that it's a little different. Paperback, very similar. I've noticed that the Kindle books tend to have more professional looking covers for whatever reason. Henry Eyster Jacobs, if you want to read some of his other stuff. And I plan on publishing some of the other stuff, but let's go back to me, to my books. So you can go to, but you may not be able to do this on a, on a smartphone or tablet. If you can't do it on a smartphone or tablet, just click on my name when the books come up. But see, this is kind of nice because it shows you all the different books that are available that are written by me. And then Flannery O'Connor, she gets thrown into the mix. So yeah, I've pretty much taken you through most of them. But yeah, don't just think, oh, well, because you can go Kindle store, but you're not going to see everything. Same thing if you go all departments. So, but anywho, you all have a good night.